Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into something that might not sound super exciting at first, meeting room booking, but trust me,
Right.
it gets pretty interesting. We're going to be looking at Teamgo's room booking feature.
Yeah.
And based on all the videos and articles you sent me, it's clear that this goes way beyond just reserving a
Oh,
space.
absolutely. What I find fascinating is how this seemingly simple tool connects to bigger issues,
Yeah.
like workplace efficiency and even safety.
Okay.
Think about it. If you know who's booked which room and when,
Yeah.
you instantly have like a real-time map of where people are in the building.
Right.
That's valuable information, especially in emergencies.
Oh, that's a really good point. I hadn't even thought of it that way.
Yeah.
The materials definitely emphasize Teamgo's focus on security, which totally makes sense in today's world.
Mhm.
And they seem to be all about making things easy. They keep mentioning their cloud-based system.
Right. Cloud-based just means you can access everything online from any computer or device.
Yeah.
No need to install anything on your own systems,
Yeah.
which can be a huge time saver for IT departments.
For sure.
And that seems to fit with Teamgo's overall goal of streamlining those workplace operations.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's get into the actual room booking feature.
Okay.
That video demo that you sent shows how simple the booking process is.
It is.
It looks like employees can just quickly find and reserve rooms, invite colleagues, and manage everything from a single dashboard. No more double bookings or wandering around looking for an available space.
Exactly. And I think about the cost savings there.
Oh, yeah.
If employees can easily find and book the right spaces,
Yeah.
you're maximizing the use of your existing real estate.
Right.
You might even be able to downsize your office space in the future if you find you're not using all of it.
Wow, I hadn't considered the cost implications either.
Yeah.
It's a huge potential benefit for businesses, especially those watching their budgets.
Absolutely.
But it's not just about basic booking, right? The video also highlighted a ton of customization options.
Oh, yeah. Tons.
Like, you can tailor room calendars, set specific availability times, and even add details about the equipment in each room.
Right.
So if you need a room with a projector for a presentation, you can easily find one that fits the bill.
What I find interesting is the emphasis on accommodating external collaborators.
Oh, okay.
They talk about generating unique booking URLs that anyone can use, even if they don't have a Teamgo account.
Right.
This is a smart move, considering how common it is for businesses to work with freelancers, consultants, and remote teams these days.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I was curious about that feature.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm meeting with a client who doesn't work for my company, I can just send them a unique link and they can book the room themselves.
Exactly.
That seems incredibly convenient for everyone involved.
It is. It removes those logistical hurdles and makes the whole process so much smoother and more professional.
Totally.
And it speaks to a larger trend of workplaces becoming more flexible and adaptable.
It's like they're anticipating the needs of the modern workplace where remote work and external collaboration are just becoming the norm.
For sure.
But let's not forget about those of us who still work in traditional office settings.
Yeah.
That ability to integrate room bookings with existing calendars is a lifesaver.
Oh, it is.
No more juggling multiple systems or risking double bookings. It all just flows together smoothly.
And that's a key point. It's not just about adding new technology.
Right.
It's about integrating it seamlessly with the tools people are already using.
Yeah.
That's how you get people to actually adopt and use a new system.
For sure. For sure. It has to make people's lives easier, not more complicated.
Absolutely.
Speaking of making things easier, let's talk about the real-time reporting and analytics features mentioned in the articles.
Okay.
Sounds like Teamgo provides live reports of employee arrivals, instant sign-in alerts, and like a web dashboard to monitor traffic.
Yeah.
You can even export historical data for further analysis.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Think about the insights you can gain from all of this data.
Yeah.
You can see which rooms are the most popular, when peak usage times are, and even identify potential bottlenecks in your workspace.
Okay, so it's not just about knowing who's where at any given moment.
Right.
It's about using that data to make smarter decisions about how you manage your workspace.
For sure.
Like you could adjust room availability based on real-time demand, optimize cleaning schedules, or even reevaluate your overall space needs based on usage patterns.
Precisely. And the ability to export historical data allows you to identify long-term trends.
Okay.
You might notice that certain teams consistently struggle to find available meeting space,
Right.
or that certain rooms are underutilized.
Interesting.
This kind of information can be incredibly valuable when it comes to planning and budgeting for future office space needs.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like Teamgo is giving businesses like a really powerful tool
Yeah.
to understand how their space is actually being used.
Yep.
But they don't seem to be stopping there.
No.
The articles mention how they're weaving this room booking feature into their broader suite of workplace management tools,
Right.
including things like visitor management and capacity management.
Yeah.
It's like they're creating a connected ecosystem for the entire workplace.
What's intriguing is how Teamgo is anticipating the evolving needs of businesses,
Okay.
especially in a world where hybrid work models are becoming increasingly common.
Right.
They talk about features like contactless sign-in using QR codes and mobile apps.
Yeah.
This not only streamlines the check-in process, but also addresses growing concerns about hygiene and safety in shared spaces.
You know, when they mentioned contactless sign-in,
Yeah.
I immediately thought about those temperature checks and health questionnaires we saw everywhere during the pandemic.
Right.
It seems like Teamgo is building on that concept, creating a more comprehensive approach to health and safety in the workplace.
Yes. They talk about the ability to incorporate pre-screening questions for visitors,
Oh.
request health information, or even vaccination certificates,
Mhm.
and manage capacity limits to ensure social distancing guidelines are met.
It's almost like they're providing a framework for businesses to create a safer and healthier environment for everyone.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm kind of curious, though, about how employees feel about all this.
Yeah.
On the one hand, it's great to have these systems in place that prioritize health and safety.
Mm.
But on the other hand, does it feel intrusive to have to answer all these health questionnaires or provide personal information just to book a meeting room?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah,
It's a delicate balance between ensuring safety and respecting individual privacy.
for sure.
It's likely that companies would need to be transparent about their policies
Yeah.
and give employees clear explanations of how their data is being used and protected.
Right, absolutely. But let's not get too bogged down in the ethical considerations just yet.
Right.
I want to come back to something you mentioned earlier, this
Mhm.
idea of Teamgo empowering employees to manage their own bookings. This seems like a significant shift from the traditional model where administrative staff handle all the logistics.
It is. It's a move towards greater autonomy and flexibility for employees.
Okay.
By giving them the tools to book their own spaces, manage their schedules, and even handle visitor requests,
Right.
you're freeing up administrative staff to focus on more strategic tasks.
So it's a win-win situation.
It is.
And I imagine it also helps to create a more efficient workplace overall.
Absolutely.
Like employees don't have to wait for someone else to book a room for them.
Right.
They can do it themselves in a matter of minutes.
Exactly. It eliminates those bottlenecks and allows work to flow more smoothly.
Yeah.
And it empowers employees to take ownership of their workspace and their time,
Right.
which can have a positive impact on morale and productivity.
So for you, the listener, this is about more than just finding an available meeting room.
Mm-hmm.
It's about embracing technology that streamlines processes, gives you more control over your work environment,
Yes.
and ultimately helps you to be more productive and efficient.
And it's about recognizing that the workplace is evolving.
Okay.
We're moving away from rigid structures and towards more flexible, adaptable environments.
Right.
Teamgo seems to be at the forefront of this shift, providing tools that support this new way of working.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from basic booking features to broader workplace trends.
We have.
But I have a feeling we've only scratched the surface.
Yeah.
In the final part of this deep dive, let's step back and consider the bigger picture.
Okay.
How might technology like this shape not just the workplace, but our communities and even our homes? Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Okay, we're back and ready to explore the bigger picture.
Okay.
We've talked about how Teamgo's room booking feature is like changing the way we work,
Right.
but what about its potential impact on other aspects of our lives?
Mm-hmm.
I'm particularly interested in those like futuristic applications you hinted at before.
Well, let's consider those public spaces we all use, libraries, community centers,
Right.
even co-working spaces.
Imagine if these places adopted like a similar system.
Yeah.
Instead of that usual scramble for desks or rooms, you could easily book a quiet study spot,
Right.
reserve a space for a community event, or even schedule time with shared equipment.
I'm already feeling less stressed just thinking about it.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the library only to find every single desk taken.
right.
Having a system like that would make things so much more predictable and efficient.
Absolutely.
And like you mentioned before, it could enhance security too.
For sure. Knowing who is using what space and when can be a really valuable tool for managing public spaces and ensuring the safety of everyone.
Yeah.
But it's not just about efficiency and security.
Okay.
Think about the potential for greater accessibility.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Hmm.
How does this tie into accessibility?
Imagine someone with mobility issues being able to pick a space close to the entrance
Right.
or reserve equipment that meets their specific needs.
Yeah.
A system like Teamgo could help to create a more inclusive and equitable experience for everyone.
That's a fantastic point.
Yeah,
It's about using technology to break down barriers and create opportunities for everyone to participate fully in their communities.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just about public spaces.
Okay.
We could even see this technology applied to our own homes.
Now you're talking my language.
Aye.
We briefly touched on this earlier, but I want to hear more.
Okay.
What would a system like Teamgo look like in a domestic setting?
Well, maybe not booking your own living room like we joked about before,
Right.
but think about families or roommates sharing a space.
Okay.
You could use a similar system to coordinate schedules,
Yeah.
reserve time in shared spaces like home offices or entertainment rooms,
Mhm.
or even manage chores and household tasks.
I can see how that would be helpful, especially for busy families juggling multiple schedules and commitments.
Absolutely.
It's about bringing that same level of organization and efficiency we see in the workplace into our homes.
Exactly. And it's about using technology to reduce conflict and create a more harmonious living environment.
Right.
Imagine being able to see at a glance who has booked the TV room for movie night or who has dibs on the home office for a work call.
It's like taking all those mental notes and shared calendars we use now and putting them into a streamlined, easy-to-use system.
Right.
No more passive-aggressive sticky notes on the fridge.
It's about bringing clarity and transparency to shared spaces,
Yeah.
which can be a real game changer in terms of reducing stress and improving relationships.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the key takeaway for our listeners? What should they be thinking about as they consider Teamgo's room booking feature and its potential implications?
I think the most important thing is to recognize that this is about more than just booking a room. It's
Yeah.
about embracing technology that empowers individuals,
Yeah.
streamlines processes, and creates more efficient and equitable spaces, whether those spaces are in the workplace, our communities, or even our homes.
It's about recognizing that even seemingly mundane tasks like booking a meeting room can be entry points to bigger conversations about how we design our spaces, manage our time, and interact with the world around us.
And it's a reminder that technology is constantly evolving, offering new possibilities and solutions to the challenges we face.
Well said. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired to take a closer look at how I use and manage space in all areas of my life. Who knew meeting room booking could be so thought-provoking?
It just goes to show that you can find fascinating insights in the most unexpected places.
And that's what the deep dive is all about. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.